In today's video, I'm going to debunk 3 myths about Reiki energy healing, so stay tuned. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name's Fola, and here on Deep Mind Squared, we talk all things magical practices and altered states. In today's video, I wanted to debunk 3 myths that have been popping up in my awareness about Reiki. So if you haven't checked out the other video kind of highlighting what Reiki is, you can do so, but a brief overview I'll give and then break down some of these myths that have been showing up in clients and students. Before we get into all that, I invite you to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're updated on future video releases. On the channel here, we talk all things related to magic, ritual, different forms of altered states, such as through plant medicines and psychedelics, and different ways we can support our own healing. Also providing you with lovely experiences such as Reiki energy healing sessions. So feel free to subscribe and see what else is on the channel. So Reiki, it is a powerful healing modality. I've been practicing for over 5 years now. I also teach folks locally and virtually this powerful modality, and over the years have seen how much power it's held in my personal healing journey. Reiki started in Japan many years ago, almost 100 years actually, by a man named Mikao Usui. And he basically reached enlightenment and received this powerful energy work healing. Reiki is really about this universal healing energy, and it supports us with balancing our mind, our body, and our soul. So many people use it for physical ailments, other people just for emotional and mental well-being. And overall, though, it touches all the different aspects of our body, of our mind, and our soul. So until you take a Reiki class, you might have no idea really what to expect. But one myth that a lot of folks, I guess, have, which I didn't really realize this was the thing until someone asked me, hey, do I actually have to be completely healed before I can take a level 1 class? And it kind of made me laugh. It's like, wow, if that's the case, then I don't think I should be teaching or anyone else, because no one is fully ever healed. No one is a perfect being. So myth 1 is the fact that you don't need to be healed or be this perfect, like spiritually enlightened being in order to take part in Reiki. We are going through a constant journey in this life of healing and learning and developing ourselves, and about being able to engage in this world, in this reality with other people. So if we think that we need to be or look a certain way before we take like action or steps into any direction or any passion, I don't think we'll be able to go very far. So if you are curious about learning more about Reiki, but have kind of been doubting that you're ready for doing it, I would say, as I tell many of my students, if you have been feeling the pull or the call, or you're curious about Reiki, then just do it. And when you find the right teacher, that kind of great alignment for yourself, you'll feel supported and you'll know that it's always this life journey, and that you have your teacher, you have your fellow students, and other people that you meet along the way to support you and to encourage you on continuing your path. Myth number 2. I get questions often from people who are interested in Reiki, but wondering, is it in alignment with other spiritual or religious beliefs? This one's going to be really personal. Honestly, having grown up in a very Christian, religious home, like my family does not agree with Reiki, even though the way I perceive it is it's laying on of hands and many more of the same sort of practices that Jesus even practiced. But to someone who is so firmly grounded in their belief system, they might not be able to see this. So it's up to you to determine if it's in alignment. When we teach Reiki, though, we do say any practice, any spiritual practice, religious belief system can incorporate Reiki. So checking in with yourself. Does this seem like it's in alignment with my values, with my goals, what I feel called or like curious to look into? And if it is, then what's the harm in looking and experimenting with that? But if you're feeling this kind of inner conflict, there might be some work that needs to be done still, some deprogramming, dare I say, around certain belief systems that many of us can hold for a long time. Personally, I feel as though Reiki has helped me to break through a lot of those different kind of program beliefs that I was really like concretely holding on to. And it's no one's fault, but just life experience. So maybe just taking a level 1 course is what you need to help express yourself and tap into your authenticity. Myth number 3. This one, some Reiki practitioners might disagree with. I mean, my teacher, who has been practicing for many, many decades, is a sole believer in Reiki as like a whole healing system in itself. Nothing else really is needed. I personally am someone who likes to explore and be curious about a wide range of modalities and look into what it is that aligns with me. So for some people, this myth is that if you go into Reiki, you can only choose Reiki and that's it. And I disagree with that. I think we are humans and we have this like international, global experience that we are allowed to explore. And so why limit yourself to taking Reiki and just focusing on Reiki? Now, when you learn Reiki, at least when I teach Reiki to students, it's about really honing in on this is the practice and the way it was taught so that we're kind of keeping in alignment with the lineage piece of where it came from. And then intuitively listening to what's showing up in a session with a client. From there, we're able to kind of explore, personalize our own Reiki practice, and that might mean also bringing in other modalities. And when we bring in other modalities, though, it's not about making this like conglomeration of all this energy work. It's about honoring each practice in the moment that we're using it. And so many of my like sessions will, start with Reiki, transition to kind of the shamanic healing, to like a sound healing and so forth. It really depends on each person that's coming in and kind of what the energy or intuitively is being called. So those are really the 3 main myths that I've seen. If you are aware of any other myths, feel free to leave them below in the comments. Let me know, have any of these myths been on your mind, or is there something else that's been holding you back from going into a Reiki practice of your own, or even going and seeing a practitioner? And let's have a conversation about it, because I think when we can talk about things, we neutralize the power that it holds, and things just seem easier. So I invite you to leave those comments below, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. Bye.